little offense to saying that I was bragging when you asked me a question and I simply answered it. I would like
I apologize. I apologize. No problem.
I'm not that lady.
I apologize.
Yeah, no, I'm not that lady. I'm explaining that that I'm educated and I'm sharp.
Oh.
Now, absolutely.
Are you educated in the Word of God?
Absolutely. What, did I just give you the verse?
You gave me one verse that you didn't finish.
No, I gave you. Okay, I gave you actually 3 verses.
What verses did you give me?
I gave you 6, 7, and 8.
6, 7, and 8.
I did not.
And what did it prove?
No, I'm asking you a question. Did I not do that?
Okay, that's fine, Cedric.
No, I want you to admit
yes,
that
that's fine. That's
okay,
but Cedric, what did that prove? The verse that you gave me, what did it prove?
That I'm God and that you brothers are gods by nature.
But you're not acting as a god.
Oh, right. That's a lie.
Let's go back to Psalms 82 and read verse 5.
Right.
Let's read verse 5 and give me Leviticus 21.
Psalms chapter 80.
Come on, Bishop.
Wait, stay right there, though. I do want to go to Psalms 82 for Cedric. So to verse 1.
Verse 1.
Because it's going to explain why we die like men.
God standeth in the congregation of the mighty.
God stands in the congregation of the mighty. Our people are the mighty. Go ahead.
He judgeth among the gods.
He judgeth among the gods. We're the gods.
Right. How long will ye judge unjustly?
Oh, now he's telling us our faults. How long what?
Will you judge unjustly?
So our people as a whole, although we were gods, as men we judge unjustly. For example, some women, we allow our wives to get abortions.
Right.
We say it's okay to sell drugs to feed your family.
Right.
Read that again.
How long will ye judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked?
And we accept the persons of the wicked. Now, the wicked, and let's find out who that is. Job 9:24. Hold on. Let's see who the wicked is. I just want, because we all do wicked things at times, but it says we accept the persons of the wicked. Job chapter 9, verse 24.
Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Who rules the earth, Cedric? What race rules? Does black people or Chinese or white or who?
At this time, Europeans.
Europeans. So now, go back to Psalms 82. So the earth is given into the hand of the... Hold on, brothers. I'm dealing with Cedric. Hold on.
Psalm chapter 82 and verse 2. How long will ye judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked?
I'm going to give an example of that. Sandra Bland was killed, correct? Philando Castile was killed, correct? Breonna Taylor, the list goes on. There's more videos and crying that black people do for Charlie Kirkland than for our own black people.
Right.
We accept the white man over anybody else.
That's right.
I seen video after video of black Christians. Oh, Charlie! Charlie!
Right.
So you wonder why this little Negro boy is crying. What is he so upset about?
Let it out, brother. Let it out. Let it out, brother. Let it all out. Let it out. Let it all out, brother. Mass is gone. Let it out. Mass is gone now. Don't worry. There'll be another massa. There'll be another massa that'll come on the plantation. KKK Christianity.
Wait. What about Sandra Bland? What about Amari Stop? Ahmaud Arbery? I'm like, what about them? Nobody cried for them. What about George Floyd?
Right.
Who cares? But Charlie Kirk, our people will weep. Remember when the Queen of England died?
Yes.
All those black people crying on the ground. Like, yo, what the hell? They never met the Queen of England.
Right.
Read that part again. Hold on, Cedric, hold on.
How long will ye judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked? Selah, defend the poor.
Defend the poor. The poor is our people.
And fatherless.
And you know how many fatherless brothers, young black men there are? How many black women do we see with fatherless children? We top the charts when it comes to fatherless kids. So this is what God is saying our fault is, our problem is, as a race, as a people. Go ahead.
Do justice.
Do justice.
To the afflicted.
To the afflicted.
And needy.
And needy. That's our people. Help your people.
Deliver the poor and needy.
Deliver the poor and needy.
Rid them out of the hand of the wicked.
What was that?
Rid them out of the hand of the wicked.
Rid them out of the hand of the wicked.
That's right.
Come on.
They know not, neither will they understand.
And this is what we go through. They know not, neither will they understand. We try to teach our people, and we get scoffers. Ah, you're lying to everybody. Ah, you're lying.
Right.
We hit all day.
Right.
Come on.
They walk on in darkness.
Our people walk on in darkness.
All the foundations of the earth are out of course. I have said, ye are gods.
Now we get back to the point. I've said ye are gods. That goes back to verse 1.
And all of you are the children of the Most High. But ye shall die like men.
Why? Because we don't help the poor of our people. We don't help the fatherless. We don't judge justly. We are breaking all the commandments of God. So now we die like regular men. We no longer rule the earth. We're at the bottom, Cedric. You see that, right? You see our people on the bottom of all. Look at all the nations on earth. We're on the bottom. We're on the bottom. We don't rule nothing.
Are we supposed to be on the bottom?
Right now, until we get our minds right.
So, with all due respect, I've seen you plenty of times you raise your song. High respect. The student has been disrespectful.
Well, he apologized.
No, but he apologized once and then disrespected again. I sat here and watched him disrespect his sister over and over again. As men, we shouldn't even be arguing with women like that.
Give me Ezekiel 3. Give me Ezekiel 3.
No, straight up. I mean,
I hear what you're saying, Cedric.
sometimes they bring us to wrath, but it's not manly. It is feminine
Give me
to
the part about
to go
set your
and
face.
Go against a woman.
Yeah, is that it? I'm not looking at it. Not one 13, 17. I want make your face hard.
Ezekiel 3 and 8.
3 and 8, thank you.
Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 8.
This is good, Cedric. Hold on.
Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their foreheads. As an adamant harder than flint have I made thy forehead.
So what is God saying here, Cedric? Want me to read it again? Go ahead, read it again.
As an adamant harder than flint have I made thy forehead. Fear them not.
Why did God say fear them not to us? He's saying to the teachers, when your teacher make your face hard, fear them not. Why did he have to say that, fear them not?
Fear them not. It's self-explanatory.
What do you mean?
I mean, basically, like I'm in the lion's den, but I fear not.
Okay, very good. Well, I'll give an example. Remember Martin Luther King? Remember he got stabbed?
Absolutely.
Who stabbed him?
A woman.
A woman. You wouldn't believe how many times brothers have gotten stabbed, shot, ran over by vehicles. From guess what? Most of the time, guess what kind of people's doing it to us? Our own people. Our own people. Why? Because they despise the Bible. So when it comes out, they get angry. They get mad. I'm going to give you another one. Ezekiel 13, 17. Of why God said, make your face hard against them. Our people come out to put fear on us. It ain't the white man out here. It's our own people. Ezekiel 13, 17.
Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 17.
It's about women. About women.
Likewise, thou son of man, set thy face against the daughters of thy people, which prophesy out of their own heart.
You know what our women do? They prophesy out of their own heart. They will say things that's non-biblical, and they'll stir everybody up. And a lot of times, black men follow the black woman.
That's right.
I'm going to give another example. In the police department, they teach police officers, especially in New York. I'm speaking from New York. I don't know about Atlanta, but in New York, they say when you go to a white man's house, if there's a domestic violence issue, find the oldest male in the house. He's the leader of the family. If there's an Asian problem, Asian male is the leader of the family. But if you go to a black man's house, find the black woman. She's the leader of the house.
Bring it out.
Hey, Shalom, I know you're enjoying the good teaching going on, but right now we need you to subscribe to IUIC Atlanta Burning 2.0. Hit the button right now. All right, I'm going to let you get back to it. Shalom.
Of course.
Men here, are any of you married? Okay. So, good amount. I'm married as well.
All praises. That's good. That's good.
Who's the leader of our home?
That's good. All praises to the Most High.
So,
but I just wanted to
what I'm
Cedric.
saying, no, this is what I'm saying. Do any of you women, does any of your women dominate you?
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
But my point was what happened with
hold on, but let me-
Captain,
but-
with the woman here.
But I want to explain something. I
Uh-huh.
want to explain something. It's not our job to, once again, verbally assault or attack.
Okay, okay.
Hold on, let me-
Go ahead, I'll let you finish. Go ahead, Cedric.
It's our job to once again educate and bring her to her earthly nature.
Okay,
My
I'm going
queen,
with that.
I brought her to her earthly nature. I'm sure you brothers have brought your queens to an earthly nature.
Yes.
To her feminine nature.
Yes, and I'm going to show you how. I'm going to show you. Read it again.
Like,
And remember, Cedric, this is God speaking to the men.
Right.
likewise, thou son of man,
Now, son of man, you and I are sons of men. Go ahead.
set thy face against
Wait, against. Read that word. Stress that word.
set thy face against the daughters of thy people,
Why?
which prophesy out of their own heart.
The black woman, for years, she's been prophesying things, saying things out of her own mind. God commands us to set our face against them. When we set our face against them, it's not to assault them. It's not to call them out of their name, but to correct them.
Right.
Some black people, you have to exalt the voice for them to just
That's right.
hear you.
Right.
And from when I heard him speaking to the young lady and the brother, she pulled him off and dragged him away.
That's
So
right.
let me ask you a question. So, once again, I asked a question. I said, who are our first teachers? Our first teachers. Meaning, if I'm asking who are our first teachers, what am I talking about? You're educated, man. Who am I talking about when I say our first teachers?
Us as a whole, you're talking about
But I mean, like
in the family.
In the family.
In the family would be the woman.
Okay. Because
Generally.
she's holding,
Yeah.
right? When I asked his brother that, see, there you go. That's what I'm saying. Look, I've seen you plenty of times. You're sharp. Brother, you need to go back to the drawing board just a little bit.
I understood the confusion though. I understood it because I wasn't sure what you meant at first. But listening now, I get it. That's why I want to read this. Let me read this for you.
But
all right?
I just want to say this. What I was trying to establish is the value of the black woman.
Yes.
You know, there's a value once you built with the sister, and she's teaching the child in the womb. If she's not building with the child in the womb, she's feeding them anything that anything under
You're
creation.
right. You're correct.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I wasn't having that.
Understood.
You know what I mean? So my queen, she fed my children with all the healthy nutrients, meaning knowledge, wisdom, and understanding.
Right. Now I heard you say that you're righteous, right?
Indeed.
Give me Deuteronomy 6:25. Just want to show you this. Deuteronomy 6:25. All of us are trying to attain to a level of righteousness, male and female.
Indeed.
Okay, Deuteronomy 6:25. Man, we gotta get you some new books. And just read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 6,
Cedric, listen to this.
verse 25. And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before the Lord our God.
So, what should be our righteousness? If what?
To do all these commandments before the Lord our God.
So, what makes us righteous, Cedric, is doing the commandments of God. That's what makes us righteous. A lot of times growing up, I remember my brother was a 5%er, another brother was a Nation of Islam, and they had doctrines about being righteous. And I just listened to what they said until I learned what this ancient book said. Right? Read it again.
And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before the Lord our God.
That's what makes us righteous, the commandments. I had to admit, like my brothers had to admit, we weren't righteous. We were doing whatever we learned from temple or whatever we learned from mosque, which was not in here. Right. It was just man-made stuff. It sounded good, Cedric. Don't eat pork, don't eat shrimp. All that's in is good. It's right. But there's more to it. It does say, yes, Leviticus 17, correct.
11
and 17 talks about blood. Deuteronomy 14 as well. But you're correct. But there's other things on loving God with all your heart, mind, and soul that we didn't learn. Like, for example, today is a holiday, the Day of Atonement.
That's right.
A lot of people, did you know that?
No.
Okay. So there's a lot of things that we don't know. Even like shaving the beard, the hair, that's in the Bible too.
Right.
You knew that?
No.
Give me that one, Leviticus 21:5.
Yes, sir.
Just to show you that. Okay. Now, a lot of times we read the commandments, it's not to ridicule our people or put our people down. It's to show us that we have not been walking righteously with God.
Right.
You understand? Read that again.
Leviticus chapter 21 and verse 5. They shall not make baldness upon their head, neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard.
Now, growing up in this world, like people want to be like Michael Jordan. You see the style, shave the head, shave the beard.
Right.
A lot of our brothers do that
Right.
because they think that it's fashionable. But now when we read the Bible and God says don't do it, it's like, okay, I shouldn't do that then. So you can cut your hair down low, you can groom yourself, but God says not to make boldness. Don't make it bold. So you understand that part, right? Okay, so that's just one of many different laws that we educate young men up on and yourself as they come into this truth to learn. Because they don't know, like I didn't know.
Okay, so I want to educate you a little bit on, and I know you probably have this understanding. How old is the Bible?
It's very old. I'll give you an example. Give me Genesis 1:1. This is how old it is.
Genesis chapter 1 verse 1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth.
That's the beginning of existence for mankind. That's the
Right.
beginning. There's nothing older than that.
So you're telling me that the Bible started, I'm talking about the time frame started in the beginning of creation.
Yes. That's when the things were being recorded. That's why when Moses came, the Lord gave it back to Moses.
Why is the timeline 6,000 years?
Who said the timeline is 6,000 years?
Read it.
I'm
seriously.
going to read 6,000 years in there?
I'm saying, no, I mean, basically. when you go
Commentaries.
through it-
Some commentaries say that.
And also, the bald head, this transcends the existence of the Bible.
Really?
Absolutely.
So the bald head, before man was created,
so the reason
I want to
why-
understand.
hold on.
Help me understand. Before man was created,
No.
okay, so help
No,
me
no.
out. Help me out.
If you look at a brother by the name of Imhotep,
No, I'm familiar with Imhotep.
he was a Kari head.
He was during the 18th dynasty.
He was
during the children of Israel when they were slaves. We were slaves there.
Okay, you know that there's no record of.
Oh, yes, there is.
Oh no, there's not.
Oh.
I mean, if you want to hold on. If
Give
you
me numbers.
Hold on. No, I'm saying outside of the Bible, if there's no. Record,
I have many records.
No, outside of the Bible, if we're gonna be right, there's no record. If you go to Kemet right now.
Okay, have you been to Kemet?
I've been. Look.
Okay.
I've traveled.
So then you've been to the Valley of the Kings.
Absolutely.
Okay, in the tombs, when you see the slaves on the writing on the walls of Egypt, who are those slaves?
Slaves. Where do you see slaves at?
Inside the tombs of Egypt, inside the pyramids. You go down the stairs, down the bottom, on the walls, it's etched on there. Some of them are colored, some of them are not.
Right.
Who are those people?
You're talking about when they took. You're talking about the Hyksos. It wasn't that they were colored. It was when the Hyksos invaded that we took. Those were prisoners of war. They were not Israelites. They were prisoners of war. And they would take it. They would take it into
Some of them were
custody.
prisoners of war, some
They
of them
would
were
take
not.
it- they would
Give me
take it
numbers
into
11
custody.
about Ramses.
Those were not. What I mean.
Find me that one about Ramses. I'm sorry, Cedric. I just want to make sure I find it. Find me the one in the book of Numbers. About 33 and 3. Thank you. 33 and 3. Thank you. I just want to show Cedric something. Numbers 33 and 3. Thank you.
Numbers chapter 33 and verse 3. And they departed from Ramses in the first month on the 15th day of the first month.
So this Ramses wasn't Ramses the first, it was Ramses the second, who was the end of the 18th dynasty leading into the 19th dynasty. Now many people say, oh, there's no record of the Israelites. Well, look what Moses said would happen to the Israelites. Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28, please. You can let everything else go. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15. This was the trek of the children of Israel from the land of Egypt to Canaan.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Verse 48, now it says, if you break God's commandments, Cedric, curses will come upon you. Watch this. Now, and I want to know if this is a fairy tale or not. Verse 48.
Verse 48, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger.
You would serve your enemies for food,
and in thirst,
for water,
and in nakedness,
for clothing,
and in want of all things.
medicine, education, religion, whatever you want. God said if you break my law, you must get it from your enemies. Food, water, clothing, education. So now I sit back and go, you know what? Here in America, that fits us here.
That's right.
We got to get everything we want from our enemy, the white man. Read on.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
And he shall put a yoke of iron. Give me that one. That's the one I want. That one. Turn it around. Turn it around. Read it again.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
Now I look at these ancient photos and I'm glad it's photographs, not drawings. Because sometimes we'll pull out a drawing. Somebody, oh, you niggas drew that. No, we didn't draw that. These are actual photos of our ancestors with shadow chains on there. Read that part again. And
he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
I want to understand that bottom part. Until he have destroyed thee. When did these come off our necks? Like, you don't have yokes on your neck? I don't got yokes. None of us have yokes of iron. When did the white man deem it necessary to take the yokes of iron off of us? When we were what? Think. Do you think we were all rebellious, fighting against him, and he took it off? Huh? Read it again. That bottom part.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
We've been destroyed as a people, as a race.
That's right.
That's why we're divided in religions and political groups.
Right.
Philosophies.
Right.
So now the white man said, they're not going to fight against us. They will fight each other before they fight against us. Take the yokes off them.
That's right.
So we don't raise up against them, we raise up against each other though. So that's when these came off of our necks. Cedric, got a question?
A lot of the premises of what you're saying, a lot of the things that you're saying, I agree with the premise of it.
But, I know there's a but there.
You just got, when you try to make the Bible a historical document.
So this isn't history?
No. A lot of it is still happening now.
Very good. I'm glad you said that.
So there's a lot of prophecy
Very good.
in the Bible.
You're 100% correct.
So what we take as history, once again, we tried to tie in Egypt. We tried to tie in Kemet to bondage. When really, that is prophecy that is that happened here. This is the Egypt.
Some of it, there's a spiritual Egypt.
This is the Egypt.
But let me read on, Cedric.
When you look at it, hold on,
Verse
hold on,
16.
hold on, let me
Go
add
ahead.
more. When you look at it, you go to Washington.
Yes.
You see an obelisk.
Correct.
You see an obelisk reflecting off of the water.
Where
did they get that from? The Temple of Waset.
Yes, sir.
Okay? When you go to the Mississippi River, on the shores of the Mississippi River is a what? A pyramid, right?
Correct.
A huge glass pyramid. When you go to any cemetery.
Memphis, Tennessee got it too?
Right. Matter of fact, Memphis was named after.
Right. Correct.
Right?
Very good.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that, you know, when you go to any cemetery, you're going to see obelisks and pyramids.
Correct.
You know, this is the...
Got something similar right here that we stand in front of.
That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's right. Which is a symbol of what?
The penis, the male penis, a phallus.
The resurrection.
But now, watch this.
If we healthy, we resurrect
Yes,
every
watch this, Cedric. 68. I'm showing you what I showed you in verse 48 was history. Now I'm going to show you another history.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Now, people get bugged out on it. It said Egypt again. The children of Israel were slaves as a whole in Egypt one time.
That's right.
But it said again. Hold that. Revelation 11 and 8. Revelation, and hold that. We're coming right back there. I'm just going to show you. Now I'm going to show you what Egypt is spiritually. Because you did say that. Revelation 11 and 8. You got it?
Yes, sir.
Come.
Revelation chapter 11 and verse 8. And their dead bodies
Their dead bodies.
shall lie wait in the streets of the great city,
The great city is a great kingdom,
which is spiritually
which spiritually
is called Sodom
it's called Sodom because of all the man on man sex going on.
and Egypt.
And it's spiritually called Egypt. So you were correct when you said this is a spiritual Egypt. That is correct. Go back now to Deuteronomy 28:60. Now we got the thought, Cedric.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
How do we get over here? Hold that up. Hold that one up. How do we get to the Americas and Jamaica and Trinidad on ships? We're the only race this happened to.
Let me ask.
Yes, sir.
Did we all come here on the ship?
Yes. And I'll explain. Let me explain. Let me explain.
Can I say one thing?
Yes, go ahead, Cedric.
My specific lineage started here.
I'm going to explain that. That's
Okay.
in 2nd Ezra chapter 13. It tells you a remnant of our people came through the passage of the Euphrates here before the slave trade. So it is correct that there were tribes of Israel here. Yes, that's in the Bible. 2nd Ezra chapter 13 says that. But I'm not reading that yet. I'm reading this other part, Cedric. Just bear with me. Go ahead.
By the way whereof.
Read it again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
This is a spiritual Egypt. Like on the back of the dollar bill, Cedric. Stop looking at your clock. On the back of the dollar bill, right, there's a what? A pyramid, right? Because it's a spiritual Egypt, right? Got the all-seeing eye of Ra at the top.
No, of
Horus.
someone else.
Who is it? Tell me.
Look on the front side and you'll see the eyes.
Oh, that's
George Washington.
George Washington. Okay, all right. I ain't gonna argue that, but okay. Go ahead, read it again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships,
Slave ships.
by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more
You
again.
wouldn't see that ancient Egypt again. Go ahead.
And there
And there,
ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
when we got off the ships, Cedric, when we got off the ships, when we got off the ships, it said what? You said what?
Be sold unto your enemies.
Did that happen to us? Yeah. So when people say, the Bible's a fairy tale, so do you mean slavery never happened? Like Donald Trump is trying to get rid of all the slave books, trying to get rid of all the CRT credit. Get rid of that! So that way the children will never know about slavery.
That's
So
right.
when we read, and that's an attack against this. A lot of people don't realize that.
Brother Bishop, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
You asked me if I've been to Kenya. Have you been to Ghana?
Yes, sir. We have a
You
school in
been
Ghana.
So
Yes.
you went to Elmina and
Elmina Castle. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, what was okay?
The door of no return and all that.
I'm
Yes.
trying to think of which one was it Cape Coast or Elmina that had it was Elmina, I believe, that had the church in between.
Yes, we've been to both. We've been to both, and we did see the church. Yes.
Right. So there was a church. There was a church above. I think in Cape Coast, the church was above the dungeons.
Yes, sir.
And it was in between the dungeons.
Yes, sir.
In Elmina.
Okay.
Okay. What were they teaching, or what were they trying to indoctrinate our people with?
Lies. I'm gonna show you that, but
Oh,
let me
hold on,
finish
hold on.
this. Let me finish this, Cedric. Read it again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
You shall be sold unto your enemies. Did that happen to us historically? Yes. Right.
For bondmen
Slave men,
and bondwomen.
slave women.
And no man shall buy you.
When it says no man shall buy you, give me the next one. Give me the next one. No man shall buy you. I'm explaining that part. Buy is an old English word. It means no man shall redeem you or save you. No, turn around. I like the other one. We had many black leaders. Malcolm tried to redeem us, assassinated. Martin tried to redeem us, assassinated. Fred Hampton, assassinated. Huey P. Newton, Felipe Luciano, Cesar Chavez, Pedro Albizu Campos, Carlos Marighella, Kwame Ture, Nat Turner, Toussaint Louverture, and Marcus Garvey. All of them, they could not save us as a whole, as a people. Now your question was, what were the white people trying to teach us on those dungeons, right?
Absolutely.
Galatians 1 and 6, thank you. Galatians 1, 6. Galatians chapter 1, verse 6. Galatians, that was a good question.
Galatians chapter 1 and verse 6. I marvel that ye are so soon removed from him that called you into the grace of Christ,
Black Christ,
unto another gospel,
unto another gospel,
which is not another, but there be.
when it says which is not another, the same book we're using is the same book the white man used during the transatlantic slave trade.
That's right.
Now watch this. Here's the part that people miss. Watch the next verse.
But there be some that trouble you, and would pervert the gospel of Christ.
What would they do?
Pervert the gospel of Christ.
They would pervert the gospel of Christ. That's what they were doing. This is why when we get to Christ having woolly hair, white hair in his head, they go, no, make it straight and stringy. Skin like it burned in the furnace, they go, no, change all of that.
Right.
That's what they did to the slaves. That's what they did to us. You understand, Cedric? All right, come on, who was teaching? I'm tired. Hey, Lord's will, I'll see you at the school one day, Cedric. And bring your son and your wife, all right?
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.